I believe we've created, as you're going to see right here on this next slide, I believe we've created a business that's just so simple. I just don't know how we can make it any simpler. I mean, we've got a $500 a month guarantee. So folks, if all you want to do is make this $500 a month guarantee, if that's your first goal, then stay with me for 10 or 15 minutes, and you may want to log out of tonight's training call. Because on tonight's training call, I'm going to be really going into some advanced techniques that you may find uncomfortable. I don't know, maybe you'll love them. It's up to you, okay? I'm not here to judge. But I'm going to share with you on tonight's call the scripts that I use when I'm inviting people to learn more about my company, and I'm going to share with you the word-for-word scripts that I've used to literally personally sponsor almost 2,000 people. And I'm going to say almost, I think it's over that, but just to make sure that everything I say is very, very close to being accurate, and I don't want to overstate it, I've personally sponsored very nearly 2,000 people in starting their own affiliate program or their own business. And folks, I did that over the phone or person to person. I'm not counting people who signed up in my downline that I don't know who they are. I'm not telling you that I built a team of 2,000 people. I've built teams, I don't know, totaling 20 or 30,000 people. So I'm not counting my team's work. I'm just talking about my own work. So if your goal here tonight, folks, is to make like a $500 income, if that's going to get you from where you are to where you want to be, then some of the advanced training we're going to cover you probably don't have to do, okay? That's the good news. Because in order to achieve this, you only need to find 3 people and help them get 3 people. So with as few as 12 people on your team at the emerald level or above each month, you could be making $500. All right, so, but for those of you who want to go a little bit farther, for those of you who want to really take it up a notch, those of you who are looking to make, you know, $1,000 a week, $10,000 a week, you know, bigger numbers, then we're going to get into some advanced training. Now, I want to remind everybody, and I know we have a lot of anxious people who are like, get to it, get to it, get to it. We got to get the good stuff. Well, don't worry. The good stuff is coming. It's always here. Dave and I are also available during the week. If you want more good stuff and want it faster, don't wait for the next live call. Pick up the phone and call Dave, okay? Put in a support ticket, and we'll make sure that we get one of our mentors to reach out to you. We're here to build a lasting team, and honestly, some of you are not reaching out for help as often as I think you should. You're trying to do it on your own, and you're certainly entitled to it. It is your business, but some of you should be really taking advantage of the resources that we have. Now, I know that I cover this on every call, and I'm not going to apologize for that, folks, and I'm not going to stop it. I want to remind all of you of what our vision is. Our vision as a company is to help 100,000 families around the globe achieve the one-day work week, which is by definition the ability to earn full-time income or more working the equivalent of just 1 day a week. Now, for me, that represents an achievement. Every single time I have the ability to personally work with or know a family who is achieving full-time income with their business, working the equivalent of 1 day a week, I feel like what I do really matters. And I talk to people all the time. I talked to this lovely family last week. They're making about $7,000 a month. They're working to try to get to $10,000. And I said, so is this just something you're doing on your own, or is the whole family involved? They said the whole family's involved. I said, well, how has this changed your family dynamic? And they said, well, you know, we don't have the stress anymore of bills. We're not worried about, you know, having to go to work. You know, we're not racing with the kids or their grandkids. You know, we're really having an opportunity to have a quality of life. So I want you to know that I'm going to teach you here on tonight's call some of the most advanced scripting techniques that you'll ever hear. And I'm going to give it to you in a very succinct way. Hopefully somebody will take the time to transcribe part of this webinar so that if you want a written script, I can, you know, you'll have access to that. But I want you to know why I'm teaching you. Whether you want to make $500 a month, folks, or you want to make $5,000 a month, or you want to make $10,000 a month, let me tell you why I'm out here teaching you. I'm out here teaching you because I want to impact lives. I want to impact your life if you'll let me. And I want to give you an opportunity, and I want to give you the training to help you achieve what you've always wanted to do. And again, I'm very modest. I don't have a big goal to say I'm going to create 100 millionaires. There's companies out there doing that, and I have no problems with that. But I'm not here to create 100 millionaires. That's not what I'm trying to do. There's enough rich people on the planet. I'm here to change lives. And for me, that makes so much more of a difference in the world than to create another millionaire. Will I create more millionaires? Probably. I've created several already. You know, don't know how many, never counted, but I've created many. And I'm probably going to create a lot more. But that's not why I'm training. I'm not training to create more millionaires. I'm training to help each of you achieve your goals. If your goal is $500 a month, hey, high five. Let's get it done. You don't need some of the advanced training I'm going to cover to do that. If your goal is to make $5,000 or $10,000 a month, then you are absolutely, positively, without a doubt, going to need to open up your mind. You're going to need to move outside your comfort zone, and you're going to need to be willing to do what it takes to be successful. And I got to tell you, more and more, I realize something that A.L. Williams said. And what he said, I've always listened to. It's kind of funny. I've watched his video on YouTube like 100 million times. And he's got like a couple 100,000 views. I think 50,000 of them are me just replaying it every day. But I didn't really understand this until I actually went back in and listened to it again this weekend. And what A.L. Williams said, for those of you who don't know, he's a profound leader. He is an incredible motivational speaker, and he's built some of the largest sales teams and organizations in the world. And if I'm not mistaken, he's currently a billionaire. One of the things that he says in his little video called "Just Do It" on YouTube, which you're welcome to go search and find. One of the things that he says is, show me any successful business. Show me any successful sports team, even a successful Little League team. Show me anything on the planet that is successful, and I will show you a leader at work. And as I go into the advanced training, I want you to understand that it is my job and my goal and my desire to teach and train you and motivate you to become the leader that other people are looking for. So if you're ready to come out of your comfort zone, then stay with me for another 5 minutes as I kind of quickly cover some basics for the newbies out here, which we welcome all of you. And for those of you that are ready to come out of your comfort zone, you're in for a real treat here tonight, because we're going to be doing some advanced pre-leadership training here, folks, to help you become the leader that other people are looking for. And I want to remind you something here, folks. That's why I put this slide in here. It's just a constant reminder that the life we live should be enjoyable every day, and we should be working diligently every day to have a balanced life that prepares us for the special things that we all want, like a vacation. And as you know, Max Lifestyle is very privileged to have the opportunity to have as its core foundational product this incredible travel club called Max Lifestyle Travel Club that every one of you are going to want to become a member of. If for any reason you haven't yet, maybe you're just working with some of our weight loss products or coffee or pain relief formula, maybe you're just getting your feet wet, and that's fine. But you must take the time, folks, for your benefit and the benefit of your family to get in front of this incredible product we have, the Max Lifestyle Travel, that can literally help you begin to travel the world like the rich and famous for just pennies on the dollar, literally actually get paid to take a vacation, okay? It's incredible. We have the world's best travel product. You've got to check that out. And no matter what you do, you've got to make sure that you make some time for yourself and for your family. Now, for all of you out here on tonight's call, I just want to quickly recap what we covered in last week's webinar, and I am going to get that recorded and up on the blog over at onedayworkweek.com/blog, folks. I'm going to get that up over at onedayworkweek.com/blog. But I just want to quickly kind of cover, there's really two phases to building a business. I've seen it broken down into 400 phases or 700 phases, and I suppose every day is unique and every situation is unique, but I like to make things simple. And the simple truth of the matter is that there's really got to be two things that you focus on every day. Number one is, who should you be connecting and sharing with? So when you wake up, folks, whether you're brand new, those of you who are waiting for the advanced stuff, we're going to get there in a couple of minutes, but whether you're brand new or you're an advanced member, whatever the case may be, there's really only two things to worry about: who you should be connecting with today and what to do when you connect with those people. I really don't think it's possible for anyone to simplify network marketing or building a business from home. I don't think it's possible to simplify any more than those two things: who to connect and share with, and what to do when you connect with those people. That's it. It's really that simple. Now, for those of you that were on last night's webinar and all of you who are brand new, we have 4 steps that will help you know who to connect and share with. Step number 1 is to share your products and services through friends and family. Pretty simple. There's 2 ways to do that. There's sampling, letting people try it. There's the grand opening letter. Both of those are very passive. You don't have to talk to a lot of people. You don't have to say much, and it's a great way to get your feet wet. And if you have never done a business before, if you're brand new, it's a great place to start, because that can definitely put you on the path if you're doing that in conjunction with your with working with your upline max team leader, or Dave, or myself. That can put you on the path to getting you to that first $500 a month. Okay. Step number 2 is your entrepreneurial sphere of influence. And Dave, just want to make a quick point. When I teach these 4 steps, and you and I have talked about this, when I teach these 4 steps, I teach people how to share the benefits of their products and services with friends and family. I then teach them to go to their entrepreneurial sphere of influence, and then I teach them how to go to their cold market, and then as they build a team, I teach them how to work with their team and get some leverage. So I just want to point out here, Dave, that everyone wants to jump to step 3. And it's because of fear of rejection. It's because inside we're all a little bit unsure, at least until we get to some Zen place where we have ultimate confidence. People always want to jump into step 3, okay? And then after they do that for a little bit, as you experienced today, Dave, they realize that step 2 is probably the highest return on investment for anybody wanting to build a business, okay? And what I mean by that for everyone else on the call is that your entrepreneurial sphere of influence is something that Dave, or your max team leader, is going to be working with you on when you get together with them and create a personalized max plan. And so our training calls, we do a lot, we cover a lot of great things, but all of you are invited, by the way, just so you know, to put together your own, what we call a max plan. Put together a max plan with your upline max team leader, or Dave, or myself. And in that max plan, we're going to go over, your goals, what you really want to achieve, your why you really want to achieve those goals. And then we're going to help you step by step know what to do. And, training calls are great. On these training calls, hopefully I can change minds. I can give you great content. I can inspire you. I can teach you. I can train you. But there's nothing better than having a personal connection with somebody who, when you call them and say, hey, I'm not sure if I'm on the right path, I'm not getting this done, this isn't working, you need somebody you can call out to, somebody who's going to follow up with you and help hold you accountable to achieving the steps that they've personalized for you in your max plan. So again, when you call in, or when you set a time to create your own personalized max plan, here's what's going to happen. They're going to talk about your goals. They're going to get you to write them down. They're going to talk about your why, so that you always have a reminder why you're doing it. They're going to get you to put together a schedule. They're going to make sure that you're using the products so that you can develop your own personal testimony about the products. And then they're going to help you know exactly what to go do. And a big part of that is going to be helping you capitalize on your entrepreneurial sphere of influence for the business side of what we do, for the opportunity, if you will, and to work with you on step 1 to make sure that friends and family, people that you know, people that you meet, have an opportunity to experience our products and services. And then for those of you who really want to take it up a notch and want to start working your cold market, well, you certainly can, and that's one of the things we're going to be covering here on tonight's call when we start talking about scripting and some of the things that I say. Most of you, until you get 2 or 3 people on your team, don't have to worry about step 4, okay? Once you get to step 4, you've already got some team in place, and Dave is doing personalized max plans. Max team leaders are starting to do max plans. I'm doing max plans, and of course we have our company training events. But let's move over here to what to do when you connect with somebody, because this is really simple. And it is so simple that a lot of people that I work with, they come back to me like 8 months later and they say, Josh, why didn't you tell me I was overcomplicating things? Well, I did. I even told you to shut up. I always try to say that with a sir in there, please shut up, sir. And I'm joking, by the way, folks, hoping to give you a little bit of levity here, but I'm going to tell you something. It's so simple. If you're doing anything more than introduce, invite, and involve, then you're overcomplicating it. I have people who are like, well, I did these 14 things, and I wrote a letter to my senator, and I made up 13 new brochures, and I did a bunch of videos, and then I called my mom, and she sewed a patch. I mean, people come up with the craziest plans, folks. If you want to make money, if you want to build a business, it's simple. Once you have people that you're connecting and sharing with, all I want you to do, introduce, invite, involve. Introduce, invite, involve. Introduce, invite, involve. If you're doing anything else, you're working too hard. And why do your own home-based business with leverage if you're going to work hard? If you want to work hard, go find a labor job. Go dig a ditch. If you want to do something complex, go get a degree in engineering and build a space shuttle. There's a lot of complex things for you to put your mind on. But there is no complex job description available in this business, not one that pays. So if you're complicating it, that's on you. So introduce, invite, involve. I always say this, but I'm going to just quickly cover this again just for a couple of minutes here. The first thing you got to do is you got to introduce. You can introduce your product, services, or opportunity from, drop cards, grand opening letters, email taglines, banners, buying traffic, talking to people that you meet. There's a million ways to introduce what we do, but at some point, in either written form, recorded form, or in person, you have to simply ask them a power question. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you love to travel? If money were no object, where would you travel? If you could take a dream vacation anywhere, where would you go? Hawaii? Great. Let me ask you a question. If I can honestly show you to take that dream Hawaii, a way to take that amazing dream Hawaiian vacation for just pennies on the dollar and travel like the rich and famous, would that be worth a few minutes of your time to find out how to get that done? Another way to introduce a product is, leading with coffee. Hey, do you like healthy gourmet coffee? Okay, well, if you love coffee, you got to hear about something that I've got. I've got this amazing healthy gourmet coffee. I'd love to have you try it, and even better, let me ask you a question. If I could show you a way to wake up any day of the week and carry with you every day healthy gourmet coffee on the go, and in fact, if I could show you how to enjoy that coffee for free or even get paid to drink that coffee, would that be worth a few minutes of your time to find out how to get that done? Or maybe with the pain relief. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you know anybody over the age of 30 who's suffering from aches and pains and creaks, and maybe their feet hurt, their ankles hurt, their knees hurt, their back hurts, their neck hurts, shoulders hurt? Well, sure. Let me ask you a question. If there was a way that I could honestly show you how to literally wipe away the pain in as little as 30 seconds, would that be worth a few minutes every time to find out how to get that done? Maybe it's the opportunity. Hey, do you know anybody that's entrepreneurial minded? Are you open-minded to other streams of income? Are you open-minded to multiple streams of income? Hey, when it comes to making money, do you keep your options open? Great. If I can honestly show you a revolutionary new company that is combining the power of the internet with the freedom that comes from owning your own business, and if I could show you a way to achieve some serious financial goals in as little as one day a week, would that be worth a few minutes of your time to find out how to get that done? Maybe you want to lead with the marketing system, the whole one-day work week idea. Then it becomes just as simple as, hey, do you know what the number one thing is that people want on this planet? And they're going to say what? And the answer is time freedom. Everybody wants more time freedom. Hey, let me ask you a question. If I could honestly show you a way to enjoy full-time income or more, working the equivalent of just one day a week, would that be worth a few minutes of your time to check out what we do? These are all introduction questions, also known as power questions, and this is how you introduce it. And you can do this with people that you meet online. You can do this in an email. You can do this in recorded form. You can do it any way you want. There's a lot of ways up here at the top to find out who to connect and share with. But once you do connect and share with them, all you need to be able to do is to just simply ask them one of those power questions, one of those introduction questions. Now, that's number one. Number two in this process is the invite method. And over the last few months, I've been really busy building big things, putting products together, working on our comp plan, working on our new website. We've launched a whole new marketing system. We've launched a whole new website. We've got all these great big things happening. And one of the things that I neglected to notice, and I take full responsibility for it, is that a lot of people were out trying to build their business, but they weren't inviting their prospects to come out to our company webinars. Folks, you have to let us tell the story for you on the webinars. Right now we're doing live webinars on Tuesday and Thursday. We're working on expanding that so that all of you have the availability to bring prospects to what we do on a more regular basis. But the thing you really need to understand is that you've got to invite your prospects out to learn what the company does. Let Dave and myself and Aaron and some of the other leaders who are doing presentations or starting to do presentations, let us do the telling and selling for you. All you need to do is introduce and invite. Now, how do you do that? Well, we're going to talk about that here in the next few moments. We're actually going to be in a situation here probably within the next 3 or 4 minutes where I'm actually going to start role-playing my invite script. This is going to be an advanced technique, but I'm actually going to role play that here on the call. Now let's talk quickly about the involve method. So we're going to the next thing we're going to talk about is the involved method. And a lot of people sometimes wonder, what does that mean, involved? Well, one of the things that I've noticed is that a lot of you who are here working on your own one-day work week success story, a lot of you still have a JOB mentality. Let me explain what a JOB mentality is. And I don't mean anyone any disrespect, but I'm just calling it for what it is. A JOB mentality is that you think when a task needs to be done, that you have to do it all by yourself, because that's what you've been taught in your JOB for your entire life. For your entire life, you get a task, you've got to go get it done. Most of your coworkers are probably not super helpful. There's probably not as much collaboration as you would like, and you have to go do it all on your own. Well, that's not how you build a business from home, folks. When you want to build a business from home, when you want to create a network marketing success story, you have to involve other people. Why? Well, I don't have time on tonight's call to get into the psychology entirely of why. But I do want to cover some of the things, just real quick. Every time you talk to a prospect and you've introduced them to your product, services, and opportunity, and then you've turned right around and you've invited them out to a live company presentation, webinar, replay, whatever it takes, the next thing you need to be able to do is to three-way them into upline leadership, whether it's your upline max team leader, whether it's your direct sponsor, if they're strong enough to support you. It might even be Dave. Some of you out here on tonight's call met me last week, and you're amazed. How would the owner of a company have the opportunity to actually get on the phone with prospects? Well, people would be surprised that no matter how busy I get, I still try to meet 10 to 20 people a day. Sometimes I have to cut those calls very short because I'm getting pulled into a webinar, but I still try to meet 10 to 20 people a day. And so if you're one of the lucky few people who have had an opportunity to be introduced to me and you felt that was fantastic, then I want you to remember how you felt, and I want you to understand that your prospects need to have the opportunity to feel the same way. When you involve people, there's a social psychology at play, and then there is a skepticism psychology at play, both of which are far longer than I have time in terms of content to cover here on tonight's call, because I want to make sure that we've got time to jump right into some advanced techniques. So for all of you out here on today's call that are new, probably not what you expected today, because I've got to make room for some advanced content, but hang out with us anyway. Don't be scared off. Remember that great things come to those who are willing to put in great effort and energy, and to do that in a very organized way. And the more, the more well-trained you are, the more likely you are to be able to be successful. So with that said, David, are you still out there, Dave? Dave may have had some other calls, so I kind of sprung this on him. It's okay if he's not.
No, I'm here.
Are you out there? Awesome.
Just muted out. I'm here, yes, sir.
So, Dave, what do you think about doing some of the role-playing we were trying to record earlier this week and doing it right now?
That sounds good to me.
All right, awesome. So here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm actually going to role-play with Dave, and I'm going to use the same script that I've used for the past 10 years, folks. 10 years ago, I was taught this script. I believe that I've perfected it in my modifications over the last 10 years, but I'm going to share with you the exact same script that has allowed me to personally recruit almost 2,000 people in my business. So those of you that are very, very serious about taking your business to the next level, these are going to be advanced techniques. Some of what I'm going to say is going to make you feel uncomfortable, but just remember that I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to help you achieve your financial goals. And in order for you to achieve your financial goals, you're probably going to have to come out of your comfort zone. I'm not going to apologize for that. I didn't write the rules of the universe, but I have learned that following them gets me a lot better results than trying to break those rules. So simple rules of the universe is that, when it's so easy, it's probably not going to work at all, okay? But with that said, I want to jump right in here. And Dave, I'm going to use the same script for regardless. So you could be somebody I know. You might be somebody that I've purchased a lead, or maybe I bought some traffic to the one-day work week. And I'll probably do most of my role-playing as though the person has seen the one-day work week. But honestly, it really doesn't matter. We're just going to jump in here and role play. So I'm going to ring you up here in a second, and then we're going to go through this. Now, the call is being recorded, so some of you are going to be typing furiously in the questions box, slow down, I can't write that fast. Well, neither can I. Don't feel bad. And if I do, nobody can read it, including me. So, take some notes. Take some notes on maybe some of the points, and I'll try to break it down a little bit, but there's no better way to learn than just by jumping in and doing it. So All right, I'm going to ring you up here, Dave. And folks, I'm drinking a little water in the background here. Probably going to be a bit of annoyance to hear me gulping on air tonight. But again, we've got a limited time. I want to get through this content, so don't have time to mess around. All right. So ring ring.
Hello?
Is this Dave?
Yes, it is.
Dave, my name is J. Joshua Biso, giving you a call from my home office here in Phoenix, Arizona. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Awesome, awesome, Dave. The reason why I'm calling, it looks like you had filled in a form over at the One Day Work Week and requested some information on being accepted onto our home-based business success team. And Dave, have you got 30 seconds, just half a minute to talk with me now?
Sure.
Okay. It doesn't look like your application was turned down, but it is in pending status right now. I just need to ask you a couple of quick questions to make sure you still qualify, okay?
Okay.
First of all, Dave, are you looking for a home-based business or are you looking for a job?
No, I'm looking for something I can do out of my home.
Okay, okay. All right. And are you currently working?
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you do for a living?
I work at Walmart.
Okay, I got you. I got you. And how long have you been working there?
15 years.
Okay. Married or single? What's your story?
Married. I got 3 kids.
Okay, I got you. So let me ask you a question. If you had a successful business, what would that allow you to do that you're not able to do currently? Would it allow you to obviously have more time with, with the kids and the wife? But what are some of the big goals that you have? Getting rid of house payments, cars. I mean, I don't want to tell you the story. I want to hear your story. What is the reason why you're looking to put in the extra work after you get home from Walmart to build a successful home-based business?
Well, I think a lot of reasons. We have 3 children, and right now my wife's working full time, but it seems that by the time we pay for daycare and for all of our other, her expenses, gas and travel and all of that, I don't think she's making more than $500 or $600 a week. And if I could replace that income and make an extra $600 a week, I could bring her home and she could, I'd much rather her raise our children than have them in daycare. Also, as a family, we've never been on vacation. I mean, my children are 7, 9, and 12, and none of them have been on vacation yet. So I would love to generate an extra income so that we could take a family vacation.
Well, that's exactly what we're looking for, somebody who's got a big why. And I'm going to just tell you a couple of things up front, Dave. I haven't had an opportunity to go through the entire application process yet, so I don't even know if you'd be approved yet. But a couple of things that I can tell you is that nothing that we do is easy, but it isn't hard either. I'm looking for somebody who's open-minded, can take instruction, and really has a big desire to make it happen. And you definitely have the desire, but would you consider yourself open-minded and coachable?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You show me
Okay.
what to do, I'll do it.
Awesome, awesome. And I know that you said you weren't looking for a job, you were looking for a home-based business. I just want to make sure that, as somebody who's going to be personally working with you right up front, I want to let you know that, unlike a franchise, this doesn't cost $1 million to get started, but I'm not in the habit of loaning out gas money or paying for cell phone payments. I'm going to be expecting you to be able to handle your own business expenses. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. And I'm sure you have a lot of questions about what this business is and what we do, and we are going to talk about that. But one of the things that makes us really special is that we're not looking for everyone. We're only looking for the right people who are willing to do what it takes to be successful. And Dave, I'm actually really glad I got in touch with you today. We're going to be doing some big things that I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But before we get into that, I want to tell you what our company vision is, and you tell me if this sounds like a vision you could get behind. Our company vision is to literally help 100,000 families around the globe achieve what we call the one-day work week. And the one-day work week, by definition, Dave, is the ability to earn full-time income or more working the equivalent of just 1 day a week. So let me ask you a question, Dave. If you had an opportunity to work with a company that would teach you and train you to be successful, is your goal to achieve full-time income or more working from home?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to share with you a little bit about the products and services that we offer. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I just want to make a quick note just so that you understand. 70% of the Fortune 500 companies in America currently use affiliate marketing to help them grow their business. And that's the exact type of marketing that we do. We have amazing products and services that you're going to learn about, but more importantly, we use affiliate marketing, which means if you help our company get customers who order every month, you can actually get paid every month. And then there's a leverage component in that we're going to talk about. But we'll get to that in just a moment. First, let me ask you a very important question, Dave. If I can honestly show you a way to begin earning at least reasonable part-time income from home, maybe even full-time income from home with a real company that gave you training for free, would that be worth 30 to 45 minutes of your time to find out how to get that done?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. Next thing I want you to do, Dave, is grab a pen and paper. I want to get you some information.
Okay,
Let me know when you've got that ready.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Dave, the first thing I want you to have is my name. My name is Josh. Write that down, Josh. And I want you to have my direct cell phone number. You can always reach me here. Dave, if accepted into this program, I'm going to be the one helping you build your business. My direct number is area code 602-686-7218.
Okay.
Now, Dave, I'm really glad that I got in touch with you today, because today we're going to be having a live webinar with entrepreneurs from all over the world, people who are already successful making a 6 or even 7-figure income, as well as people who are just getting started in their home-based business, working on their first $500 a month. So we're really going to have people from all walks of life. And they're all coming to hear from 2 people, the owner of the company, J. Joshua Beisel himself, and the master distributor, Dave Kineski. Both of these individuals are incredible. They have meant so much to me in my life. They're really out working with people, taking them by the hand and helping create success stories one person at a time. On this webinar, you're going to learn more about our company. You're going to learn more about, the compensation, how you get paid. Obviously, that's really important. You'll learn why we chose the products that we did, and you'll also get some very valuable training on how to be successful right from home. Now, that webinar is going to be coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is that going to work for you, or do you need to call a babysitter or anything, or can you make that happen?
No, 9 p.m. That works. I can do that.
Okay.
Today's my day off.
Couple of things I want to make sure of when you join us on that webinar tonight, Dave. Just be sure to type in the questions box your name and where you're calling in from, so we can say hi to you. Make sure that you bring a pen and paper, because the information that Jay Joshua and Dave Kineski are going to be sharing is that important. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, I just got to tell you right off the bat, I'm very serious about what I do. And I only share my time and spend my time to work with people who are equally serious and committed to their own financial lifestyle and success. So I take it by me being on the phone with you here tonight, Dave, that you're very committed to those things. Is that a fair assumption on my part?
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. And I am going to ask you for 2 small commitments. The first one, Dave, is that you join me on tonight's webinar at 9 p.m., which you've already agreed to, and I want to thank you for that. The second thing that I'm going to be counting on, Dave, is for you to call me back at that 602 number and give me the old thumbs up or thumbs down. Just let me know what you're feeling, okay?
Okay.
All right, and I have your word and promise on that?
When do you want me to call you?
Immediately following the webinar.
Okay.
All right, is that going to work for you?
I can do that.
All right, great. Now, one more thing. When you get done with the webinar, you're going to have heard about some of our amazing products and services. And just for calling me back, even if we don't accept your application into the program, be sure to remind me, and I'm going to let you try some of our amazing healthy gourmet coffee or some of our max relief pain formula. I'm going to let you try one of our products for free, just to show you that I'm very, very committed about creating a long-term relationship with the right people to help them succeed, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, so don't forget to tell me that. I'll see you on tonight's webinar at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be looking for your call promptly after that, okay?
All right, yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll see you there.
Thank you.
Okay, so Dave, that's it. And I almost did it completely without coughing, which is awesome. Now, we don't have a lot of time, but I probably have time for one more. And this time,
Okay.
Dave, I want you to give me a little bit more press back. Now, some of you are saying, "Wow, that's an awful lot to learn." It really isn't. I mean, the reality of it is that you can do a simple invite script that works this way. Hey, listen, if you're very serious about making money, I want to invite you out to a webinar tonight. There's some great people speaking. It's at 9 o'clock tonight. Do you want to go? I mean, it works almost as well, okay? Obviously, you're probably going to have to book more people to the webinar, but at the end of the day, it works. But the reason I have the longer script that I just shared is because mathematically, out of making tens of thousands of calls, I have the highest show ratio of that script that I just did. Now, I want to quickly point out that I kind of based that around, Dave, somebody opting into the 1 day work week. So what I'm going to do now, Dave, is I'm going to follow up with you as somebody who was my upline's upline in another company. I'm going to call you as though you are, from my entrepreneurial sphere of influence, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the opportunity to give me some pushback so that you don't make it easy, and then we'll just go from there. Fair enough?
All right. Yes, sir.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Dave, my name is J. Joshua Bice. I'm not sure if you remember me or not, but I worked with you a while back in XYZ company, and at the time I was really impressed. You were on the leaders board, you were doing big things, and I just wanted to reach out to you today and kind of connect with you and find out if you have found the company that you're planning on retiring with or not.
Nope, I haven't found a company yet.
Well, even if you have found a company that you do plan on retiring with, the next question I would ask you, Dave, is if you're open to multiple streams of income. Okay.
Yeah,
Either way, I'm gonna find out if you keep your income opportunities open. Either way. Okay.
I do keep my income opportunities open. What's this all about, though?
Well, I'm really glad you asked because I've connected with a couple of real power hitters, people who are making a big splash in the industry, a company that's got an amazing comp plan with incredible products, and more importantly, a company that solves the one challenge that all other companies have failed to solve in the last decade, and that is training. There's nothing more powerful than a well-trained distributor force, and I'm working with a company that was actually created by trainers who is building a sales force and training people for free. And this really makes us unique. So if you've got your income options open, let me ask you a question. If I could honestly show you a way to add another income stream to your multiple streams of income, or even show you a company that might someday be a full-time stream of income for you that was really training people and doing big things, would that be worth a few minutes of your time to find out?
Well, yeah, but I just need to know more. I mean, is this a binary or is this a unilevel? I mean, what's the compensation plan?
One of the things that I probably learned from one of your training years ago is I let our webinars do the telling and selling. And what we're talking about here is the potential for big things. If it's worth you spending 20 to 30 minutes to hear the passion of the owners of our company, to see the training system and marketing system that they use, I'd love to invite you out to tonight's webinar. I'm going to leave that up to you. Would you like to join us?
Possibly. What kind of products do you have?
Well, we have a wide array of products, and I'm sure that, as somebody who's been around the industry for a while, at some point it seems like you've seen every product out there. But again, we've got great products. I'd love to tell you that our products are better than anything you've ever seen. But at the end of the day, the real thing that separates us from any other company is the fact that we've got an amazing marketing system that's completely proprietary, and we have an amazing training system where we train all of our distributors for free. So I've got a lot of other people that I wanted to call, but honestly, I had your name at the top of the list. I'd love to keep a spot open for you tonight if that's going to be good for you.
What time do you say the webinar is?
The webinar is going to be tonight at 9 o'clock. Go grab a pen and paper. I'm going to get you some information.
All right, 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
All right, first thing I want you to have is my first name. It's Josh. Second thing I want you to have is my direct number, which is area code 602-686-7218. You can reach me here anytime. I'll be the one personally connecting you with the owner of the company or the master distributor of the company, because I know that you're the type of person that likes to work right with the top people of the company. I'm going to make sure you have an opportunity to do that. They've given me direct access to them, and that's why I'm reaching out to you today. And on tonight's webinar, you're going to hear from J. Joshua Bice. He's the CEO and founder of MaxLifestyle.com, and he's actually the gentleman who has spent the last 10 years of his life building teams and being paid a lot of money from a lot of companies around the world to come out and teach their team. So he finally decided, instead of getting paid by other companies to teach their downline, he would build his own sales force. And I think you're going to be really impressed. But you're also going to hear from this incredible individual tonight by the name of Dave Kaneski, who is actually working side by side with Jay Joshua, who's teaching and training and has built some amazing teams in network marketing that make an incredible pair. And that's going to be tonight at 9 o'clock, okay?
And how much is the training, you said?
That's the best part about what we do. We actually offer free training to all of our distributors where we actually teach them the art and science of marketing, how to generate leads, how to prospect, how to close, how to actually do their own presentations when they go to that level. And we do all of that under one roof with an incredible proprietary marketing system called the One Day Work Week. And if you've seen powerful marketing systems online that may have even been created by Jay Joshua, because he actually is one of the top marketing system builders on the planet, but he's built this one extra special exclusively for his team.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, I
going to
can
be
do
at
that.
9 o'clock. And Dave, real quick, but before I let you go, I just got to tell you, I'm really serious about what I do, and I've got direct access to, the top people of the company. So by me being on the phone with you here tonight, I'm assuming that you're really open-minded and serious about finding some new income streams for your business. And I only ask you for two things. One, join me on the webinar tonight. Two, follow up with me afterwards. Give me thumbs up or thumbs down. And if you like what you hear, I'm going to be introducing you to the top leaders of the company, okay?
Can you give me the link for that real quick?
I'm going to email it to you. What's your email address?
Okay, it's dlkane05@gmail.com.
Awesome. I'm going to send that to you. And as soon as you get it, just reply back so that I know that you got it, okay?
All right, sounds good. So 9 o'clock tonight.
Eastern Standard Time. What time zone are you in?
I'm in the East. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, Dave, look for big things. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a big goal with your businesses that you never achieved yet?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I have.
Okay, one of the things that I can tell you, and all the top leaders I'm talking with, and all the people that I'm meeting, the number one reason why leaders don't achieve their financial goals is they don't have the mechanisms in place to give their team a real marketing system and the real training that they need in order to create success. I mean, there's got to be something more than bugging friends and family forever in order to build a company. Am I right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. You're right.
Okay, join me on tonight's webinar. You're going to hear something different, and I'll see you there.
All right, cool. See you there.
Awesome. So there's a little bit different of an example from the one that we did earlier. And again, folks, it's really, if you go through and you write a script from what we talked about here, you can put it in your own words as long as you're achieving the same pathway. Dave and I have no problems approving your scripts and helping work with you. And again, some of you who are new, you need to make, your goal is to make your first $500 a month in business. You may never need to jump on the phone and use that type of scripting, and that's completely okay. All you need to do is find a way in your own words or whatever you're comfortable with, whether it's direct mail or email or Facebook. You can go as passive or active as you want in marketing and still find success. And all you need to do is introduce people to what we do, invite them out to the webinar, and then make sure that you've got them connected with the leaders. So with that said, Dave, I know that we want to make sure we keep on time out here tonight. And I am already losing my voice from being on the phone all day again today. So really excited. Like you said, Dave, it was one of those epic, awesome Max Lifestyle days, folks. So, word is getting out. We're really starting to get some momentum. And I'm just really excited to have the opportunity to work with such a great group of people, Dave. And Dave, any questions on those scripts? Looks like we've got about 4 or 5 minutes for questions if you have any for yourself or anybody.
I can look here. I know you and I were talking about the scripts quite a bit. And I think the big key for me is just building rapport. I think that, we were talking the other day, and anytime I ever approach people in person, or I'm doing a networking meeting Wednesday night with about 100 people there, and I've always been really good at building rapport and just introducing myself and getting to know people. But once I started dialing leads, all of a sudden I forgot to do that. I just thought I was supposed to slam dunk people and just try to sign them up right on the spot. So, I just think that rapport building stage, and I know you gave an example earlier of a shorter script where it's like, hey, you want to come on our webinar? We'll see you at 9. I think it's real important to build that rapport and take that time to get to know the person, and so that's what I really liked about the way you were doing the scripts tonight and the other day when we were talking as well. I'm still looking. I don't see any questions yet, so everybody must be pretty good then. So I think we're
Awesome.
good.
So, that is, and again, that's a great point. There's an old saying that says people don't care what you know until they know how much you care. And I've been on webinars where I've kind of debated both sides of that. But the reality of it is that people are going to do business with who they know, like, and trust. If your only goal on the phone is to recruit somebody or sell product, if that's your only goal, then you're really coming into your calls or really coming into your marketing efforts with the wrong mindset. The right mindset, what really makes a difference is caring about people. The law of compensation says that if you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. And so whenever I get on the phone, and Dave, you and I were on the phone last week, and I met this incredible lady, and she had a lot of questions. She was very skeptical, and I invited her out here to tonight's call. I'm not sure if she made it or not, but but I really cared. I really wanted to know more about her as a person, and her story really touched me personally. And I'm sure that there were times on that call, Dave, where you might have been thinking, I don't know if she's the right candidate for where she is in her life right now versus where we are as a company. But see, to me, it didn't really matter because I wasn't on the phone, Dave, just to recruit somebody. I wasn't on the phone just to sell some products or service. I was really on the phone to make a new friend, build a relationship, expand my warm market. Because a couple of things everyone needs to know as we close out: people join people, not programs. And you have to learn the difference between technology and marketing, and you have to understand that both are very powerful tools that can help you grow a business. But at the end of the day, people are going to do business with who they know, like, and trust. And maybe you're not the most social person, maybe you don't have the most confidence, then you need to use the involved method to quickly get that prospect three-wayed over to your max team leader, your direct sponsor, even Dave or myself, so that somebody who has already done this business full time and has the experience can kind of walk them through. And that's how you get real leverage too, folks. It's not just about building a team, it's using the team that's already here. So with that, I'm going to close out tonight's webinar, folks, with a thought that I close a lot of webinars out on. And I really think it's still important, probably more important today than any before. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. And we all face Olympic obstacles every day. And when I meet some of you and I hear your story, my heart goes out to you. You've got these challenges, money challenges, health challenges, family challenges, and it just seems like every one of us has got real struggles that we go through every single day, and no day seems to be completely an easy day to go build your business. But I'm going to tell you something: unsuccessful people are going to take the same challenges you have, and they're going to come home and they're going to sit on the couch and they're going to be like, I'm done for the day, that's it. And successful people are going to say, you know what, I had obstacles today, I had challenges today, so-and-so wasn't very nice, I got a new bill come in today that I wasn't expecting, and this happened, and this happened. And successful people are going to do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. They're going to go the extra mile. They're going to reach out a little bit farther. They're going to reach out a little bit harder. They're going to train a little bit more. They're going to be open-minded a little bit more. And they're going to get out there and they're going to just do it. Just do it. That's what A.O. Williams said. Just do it. So with that said, I'm going to close out tonight's webinar, folks. It's been a real privilege to have the opportunity to share with all of you. I'll see each and every one of you at the top, on the inside, and on the beaches of the world. Bye for now, everyone.
To learn more about how you can create a solid full-time residual income by promoting our exclusive product line, go to www.maxnow.net. Thank you and have an awesome day.